Now, in this series that I call Code Organization in Rust, let's talk about how to organize our code, because this is a very important topic in every programming language. Once you're developing something, you need to keep your codes organized. If not, they start flying around and then it becomes harder to manage and all that. And when you go back to edit something later on, you won't even know where to begin. So in Rust, there are a few ways you can organize your codes. Let's start from the higher level. Okay, you have a package. A package is made up of many crates. According to Rust, a crate is the smallest amount of code that Rust compiler consider at a time. So while packages contain one or more crates, on the other hand, according to Rust, a crate can come in one or two forms: a binary crate or a library crate. So binary crates are programs you can compile to executable and then you can run them individually. Let's say command line programs or a server. And a library crate because they will have the main function. Library crates, on the other hand, are not compiled down to executables, and they also don't have a main function in it. So now we have a little glimpse of what a crate is. Let's go back to packages. Now, like I said before, a package can contain one or more crates, and we've now seen that a crate can either be a binary crate or a library crate. Now, you usually identify a crate because it will have the cargo.toml file. In fact, when you run cargo new, you will have a package created, and you will notice that because it will have cargo.toml file. Now, it's also important to point out that a package though it can contain as many crates as possible, but it can only contain just a maximum of one library crate, but it can contain as many binary crates as you want. So as an example, here we are in our root directory. Okay, you can see that we have just one folder in here. You can use cargo new to create a new package. Okay, so you type in cargo new and you type in the name of the package. Let's call it package example. And once you hit enter, Rust will create a binary. You can say created binary application package example. And if you look at what we have inside there, we have package example. Okay, created as a folder. And then if we cd into that and then check what we'll have cargo.toml file and then an src file. So because you have cargo.toml file inside this folder directly, then it is a package. It is considered a package by Rust. Now let's open that up in our code editor. Now we are in the code editor. You can see here the cargo.toml file. This is an indication that this generated code. Okay, this is an indication that Rust has generated a package for us, as you can see here. Now I suggest, if you're on VS Code, to install a toml helper extension so that your toml file can be highlighted this way. If not, it's just going to appear as a text. Okay, now as you can see, it indicates that it's a package with the name, the version, and the edition, which is the most basic things you have to, the most basic details you have to provide. And then here you can now start providing your dependencies. Now inside here you have the src folder. As I mentioned earlier, here we have main.rs. so this is considered a crate, but a binary crate. If it were to be a library crate, then it will have to be lib.rs inside here. Now when you compile this code, Rust will automatically detect that this is a crate, a binary crate. Okay, and then compile it to an executable. So again, to reiterate, we have packages. Packages can contain as many binary crates as possible, but can only contain one library crate. A package because it's going to have a cargo.toml file. Okay, so this is the high level overview of how you organize your code, but there is more. Okay, Rust has something called modules.